Today we're going to look at doing our general layout for our shed base. We're going to just lay it out, see where our highs and lows are, and see where we can actually position it. Here's all the wood here for the build. It's all 200 by 50 by 3 metre treated pine sleepers. They're all H4 ground rated. I've got them out the front of the house at the moment, so I've got to get them around the back, and this is the easiest way I could come about doing it without lifting it. I've just got it hooked up on the back of my mower, and I've got the chain hooked around it with 2 logs there, and I've done it a couple of times now, and it's dragging it up there really nice. So I'll get these around the back and we'll start having a look at what we need to do. Right, we've got the general frame laid out. We are a little bit low, the ground's a bit low there. But what we're going to look at doing is building 2 boxes, and we're going to bolt the boxes together in the center here, and I'll run another sleeper straight across the middle there for support, and I'll get the other boards and just deck the whole lot over here as well. That way I've got a nice big flat deck. I'll be cutting, I've got an extra one of these sleepers, so I'm going to cut them at whatever length and screw them onto here so that I have extra material so that I can screw into this side, and then I can screw over and into this extra bit that I'm going to put onto here. To get this level here, I'll probably build the boxes first without the decking, but I'll be probably filling them up. I'll be probably putting a weed mat down and filling it up full of drainage rocks, just to keep the water away and to let it drain out when it rains. So that's where we're up to at the moment. Okay, I'm out here now. I've got my assistant here by the looks of it. I've found a bowed piece of wood out of the stack, so I'm going to start cutting my support pieces. They're going to be 200 long, and I've got a 50mm mark here so that when I screw this piece on to the frame, I can screw up here in this area, and when I screw this way there'll be no screws in the way down here. So that's what that line is there. That's 50mm in. So I'll cut them out here. I need 12 of those, so that's pretty much going to take that length up. I'm just setting up for these support pieces now. What I'm finding is the wood isn't, the wood's not exactly the same width and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'll just level the top, so the top's all level on there and there. Just make sure they go to the top, and then that way my deck won't want to sit up. I can dig the bottom in if I need to. I've got them clamped there now to screw from this outside area, because the screws are 100 and these are 50mm thick, so there's 100 there. So if the screw does stick through and I screw from the other side, I'll have a little Sharpie sticking out here, and kids and stuff like that, it's not really going to be that nice. So if I screw this side, any little Sharpies that'll go through will be on the inside of the frame. So I've got those clamped up now, so all I need to do is go through and start screwing these off now. Okay, I thought I'd just show you the screws I'm using. I'm using treated pine screws. They're 100mm long, 10 gauge. You see there, got a whole bucket full of them there. Now the style I'm using is, I'm ending up using five screws. Now I marked it down from the top 50 as well, so that I don't have any of these screws. So there's my 50 mark there. So that way when I put my deck on and I screw down from the top, then I won't have any of these screws in the way. I'm also pre-drilling it It's just too long just to go one without the pre-drill. And I'm drilling it angled this way and angled that way, and the center one's either this way or that way, whichever way it wants to go. Then that way they're not straight and they're not going to want to just pull straight out if there's any pressure on it. So that's what I'm doing there. Alright, well, there's all the ends screwed on there. Just going to sit them like that. Just so I try and keep as much bow out of them as possible. And I'll look at putting these together and screwing them up tomorrow. Now we've prepped all our sleepers up with these packers. I'm going to use this brush on treatment. This is the original side. This will either be, one of these sides will be in the dirt, so that'll be the original side there, and then I'll paint this side and this side just to stop any water getting into it. So I'll paint all these, all the ends. So I'll paint all the ends, this end and that end, before I start assembling it. Here's all the ends done. The other end, and the other ends are done. It's like a green sort of stuff. Smells a bit. Try not to breathe it too much. Had my gloves on, didn't want to touch it. So I'll clean that all up. And I'll get on to the next thing, see if we can get this frame together. Started screwing the frame together. And what I did is I started over in that far corner over there, and I got my levels off there, and I've just come across now. There's a large gap underneath there, but I've just been using these blocks of wood from the old tree to pack it up to get it level. And then I've got a lot of old pavers. I've got a lot of old pavers around the yard. I've been packing up with, I've screwed them off on the sides here, and I've got it all square from corner to corner. I've got it within a couple of mil, which is pretty good. So I need to go along this edge here and put a few packers in here to give it some support. At the moment they're just sitting there, just keeping it all square until I screw it all off. So it seems to be coming together well. Now the frame's complete. I dug out what I needed to here to keep it level, and this was the deepest corner here. I dug out that bit here so I could get my drills in and everything. Everything's double screwed now. We've got our centre bits, our centres are screwed in. I've got my blocks, there's the cap. I got my pavers in the support until I get the inside here organised, and I'm going to dig that dirt back a little bit, probably to fill that hole up a little bit, and just to allow the drainage rocks in there. So we've had a pretty good go there. And it looks like it's come together. So thanks for watching, and if you enjoy the adventures we're having here at DM Engineering, click subscribe and we'll see you next time.